What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a review on one of my favorite fishing reels that are really popular in the area that I'm from, which is a Van Staal fishing reel. They're normally bailless, which means that they don't have a bail. You have to manually put the line onto the roller. In this video, I'm going to be breaking it down for you and giving my honest opinion because I know a lot of people that have fished with these reels. I personally have been fishing with one now. And I'm going to be giving my honest input on, is it really worth it or is it really not worth it? So y'all stay tuned and enjoy the video. So first things first, guys, is the Van Staal is really made actually for surf fishing. It's not even really made for kayak fishing, pier fishing. I think it's earned its reputation of being considered in that area of pier fishing and kayak fishing and boat fishing because it's fully sealed, so no matter what happens, nothing can get inside the reel, which makes them very, very, very tough. And I think that's why a lot of people in the area actually buy them is because, and I'm not saying I do this, but you can submerge this reel and reel it underwater, and I mean, it would still work fine. Like, these things are really indestructible. They're very durable. That's probably one of the biggest things is they're very durable reels. Like, honestly, it takes a lot to break one. I mean, and they're not the smoothest of reels either. They're really not. That's just because they're very sealed. Whenever you first get them, they're not going to be like a Stella. They're not going to be as smooth as a Stella, of course, because like I said, they're fully sealed. So that definitely takes away from the smoothness. So yeah, number one would be that they're very, very durable. And I'm also gonna go over the cons too, okay? Very, very durable. So that's my first pro, I guess, with this reel is it's very durable. Number two would be the simplicity of it. It's very simple. There's not a lot of parts to it, guys. I mean, it's, nothing real, like the handle is attached perfectly. The drag is just like simple. There's not a whole lot of complications to it. Some reels are so complicated and everything's just, there's so many, this piece, that piece, this piece, this piece. That's what makes this piece work. It's really not like that. It's very, very smooth and it's very simple. Smooth as in like the simplicity of it. It's not really smooth, but you get what I'm saying. So that's number two. It's very simple. It's simple. It gets the job done. That's what it's all about. Number three would be the amount of line that this thing holds. These Van Staals hold so much freaking line, like a ridiculous amount of line, guys, which makes them, I think, really, really popular in the pier game is because a lot of people out there on the piers, especially this time of year, they're going for king mackerel, they're going for cobia, especially cobia this time of year. And if you see a big 80-pound cobia out there, you're going to have some line on your reel, otherwise that thing's going to spoil you quick. Another big fish that will spoil you that you have to have a lot of line for is tarpon. When the tarpons start coming around this time, or not this time of year, but whenever the tarpons start coming around, you best believe you're going to have some line on your reel, otherwise you will get spoiled, unless you're from a kayak. It's kind of, if you're in a kayak, you can make things work because you can tighten your drag and it can kind of pull you, but if you're on a pier, you're stuck there, you best believe you better have some line, otherwise you're going to be spoiled. This is actually, I don't know if I've said it yet, but this is actually Van Staal 100. This is the VSX series, the VXS series, or the X series, my bad, the X series. So this is a Van Staal 100. I want to say I put 450 yards of 30-pound Super Slick Power Pro. 30-pound Power Pro Super Slick with the blue. I'm pretty sure it held like that much line. That's a freaking crap ton of line, guys. And like I said, this is just the 100. So I mean, imagine, I think I think Van Staals used to go up all the way to 300. I don't know if they still do. I know you had the 150, you had the 200, then you had the 250, and I think there was even 275s that were made. But these things, so that's my third pro to this reel is that it holds a crap ton of line. I have a Penn Slammer for AJ's. That thing has like 40 pounds of drag, but it still has a ton of drag. It'll get the job done with just about any fish that I'm gonna be going for in my kayak. So far the pros are, the pros so far is one, it's very durable, very, very, very durable. Number two, it's simple. It's really, really simple to use. Yes, you're gonna have to get used to using the manual. But it's honestly, it's awesome. You don't have to worry about slinging off a lure if you're surf fishing with a giant lure from the beach. Number three, it holds a crap ton of line, like over 400 yards of 30-pound braid, which is pretty freaking crazy if you really think about it for the size of the reel. Great stat. I heard a lot of people have told me that like if something happens with the reel, they send it into Van Staal and they fix it. Like they're really good with getting back to their customers, basically, from what I've heard. So the cons, okay, the cons to the Van Staal. Oh god, this is gonna draw some crowds to me. Not really. The cons to the Van Staal. Number one would obviously be the price, guys. Yes, the price. This thing retails for around $750. I mean, it fluctuates around that area, but I got it from the Outcast bait and tackle sale for 20% off. So I saved a little bit of money on it. I got mine for around 20% of like $750. So y'all do the math. That's about what I got it for. So yeah, that's number one. The con is it's very expensive, but like I said, they're very durable and they last a lifetime, guys. They last a lifetime. And while I'm at it, these things hold their value very well. I can keep this thing for 5 years and probably sell it on Facebook, Craigslist, or eBay. Probably for like not much lower than what I bought it at if I keep it in good shape. So that's that. They hold their value really well. So yeah, that's number one con is obviously the price. Not a lot of people can get it, unless you're really dedicated. And I know that some people are like, why do you have to spend $750 on a reel? Why can't you just get a pin? Guys, you can get a pin. There's nothing wrong with a pin fishing reel. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with a pin at all. I have plenty of pins and I like pins a lot. But I just wanted a reel that I know that I can beat up, I can drop it in the water. I can just take it anywhere with me and it can get beat up and it's still going to perform like a freaking charm. You know what I mean? Like it's always going to be working as long as you keep it right. And it can be beaten around a lot. It's durable. It's a tank. They're a tank. They're good. They're smooth. The drag is smooth. Just, good reputation. All around just good reel. That's why I wanted one. So the second con that I have to say about this reel is whenever I'm fishing from the pier, leaving this thing around. I mean, I'm not saying that I just leave it like in the back of the pier and I'll walk off, but it's scary. You definitely have to watch it because it's like a thief magnet. I've heard of a lot of people that have had their Van Staal stolen from like feet from like their back. I mean, they'll put it in the middle of the pier where everybody puts their stuff. They're catching Spanish for like 5 minutes. They turn around and their Van Staals are gone. So that's the second con, and I guess that has to do with your responsibility. Is it attracts freaking thieves. A lot of people will see these things. A lot of people from my area know how much these things are worth. So like you really got to keep an eye on it. And I'm not saying we have a lot of thieves in the area. What I'm saying is that there is a lot of people that know what this reel is, and it definitely will attract attention if you bring it on a pier and you set it in the middle for a lot of people just to see. So always keep an eye on it and just make sure that you're keeping an eye on it because like people will. There could be always that one person that steals your reel, and I would not be happy if somebody took my Van Staal. And then obviously the third con would be if you're new to a manual bail, which means that it doesn't have a bail on it. If you're new to that can be a con because it can be kind of tricky, especially if you're fishing in an area where there's a lot of fish and as soon as you drop it down, you get a bite instantly. If you're sitting there fooling around trying to get your line onto the roller, you can miss the fish. So that's probably going to be my third con, is it can be kind of a pain in the butt if you're not used to a manual bail to get used to it and try to really adapt to it and get it where like as soon as it drops the bottom, you're right there, it's on the roller again. So that would be my third con. I mean, a lot of people will hate on the reel just because it's expensive, but in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions, it proves itself. Honestly, it does. It's durable. It catches a ton of fish, a lot of drag, a lot of line. They're very durable. Yes, they're expensive, but are they worth it? In my opinion, yes, they are. I mean, and I'm not saying you have to go have one of these to like catch fish, but I'm an avid fisher. I'm an avid angler. So as an avid angler, I definitely recommend one to anybody out there that's serious about fishing. So if this video helped you guys out in any way, and if it, maybe gave you some information about the Van Staal, make sure you guys like the video. It helps the channel out a lot. And if you're new here, guys, subscribe. I make weekly saltwater fishing videos in the Pensacola area and just all around good fishing, having a good time. And so, yeah, if you're new here, subscribe, guys, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a good one.